Hey guys, so our girl is taking a step back. She's taking a break, and I'm not mad about it. I'm not mad at all, okay? And we're going to talk about why I'm not mad, and I want to know what you guys think, okay? But before we get started, first of all, I want to say I missed you guys last week. I hope that everybody has had an amazing holiday season. If you still got a few more holidays to go, I hope that we're continuing to enjoy, first of all, ourselves, loving on ourselves, and loving on those that we love and care about, our family and friends, whoever that may be. I hope that everybody's coming into this new year blessed and unstressed, okay? Like, you sit in it if you need to still. It's no judgment in that. But, take what you need and let it go and just keep it pushing, okay? So, but make sure you also click that button so you can be a part of the family, so you can be a part of these conversations. Make sure you head over to zetaconfidential.com if you're not already a part of zetaconfidential.com, ZC Nation family, okay? But let's just hop right into it, guys. I mean, when I saw that Zeta was taking a break and just kind of taking a step back and, just kind of reflecting on some stuff and how she responds, I thought awesome for her and her mental health. It's needed because it is some really sick, sad people out there that, for me, I was talking to somebody recently and discussing just kind of why I've been reluctant to branch out and talk about more topics. People are really, really cruel and mean. And for me, once you put yourself out there, like if you do go viral, if you hit it big, then you've opened yourself up so much. There's really no coming back from it sometimes. And so am I ready for all that comes with it? Can I not come out of character, as Zeta was talking about in the blog? It just hit for me. It hit for me. I have watched, just in this past week, Zeta shared that she was grieving someone and that she had been really struggling. Now, knowing that, whether you're a fan, whether you're not, like if you're a fan, because I'm not even on the internet like that, but I see enough. And so if you're a fan, then you know there are a few individuals who make it their business, their obsession to try to bring particularly Zeta down, not even Timmy. It's like an obsession but then the thing is, it's an obsession, but then try to almost be disguised as niceness. And I hate it. I hate it. Someone has told you that they're grieving and you would constantly try to push them to an emotional breaking point for what? And I say this really, again, like as we talk about trying to stay in character in the blog, like when she was discussing that, it's really hard, even as I discuss it, to not come out of character because it's so cruel that there's some choice words that I want to say, but then I would be no better than the very people that I'm talking about. And I say this, and I truly, really hope that you're watching this. I genuinely hope this, because I really say this genuinely out of love and a place of concern, because I think as we all reflect, as we come into the new year, so much of what we talk about is about reflecting, being better. And if you're one of those people who find yourself so obsessed with trying to put somebody down, whether it be about how they look, trying to obsess about someone's relationship and the demise of their relationship, when it's going to end, how it's going to end, how somebody feels about somebody. If you're obsessed about trying to, again, push somebody to their breaking point, because what if somebody did harm themselves, because everybody loves to come with the rest in peace, or I didn't know, or I wish I... but now in real time, what are we doing? How are we treating people? You don't know people's breaking points. You don't know what will make them snap. And by the time someone has been allowed themselves to be vulnerable enough with you to share that they have something going on, respect it enough. So I'm telling you, if you don't know, if somebody has not loved you enough and called you out in love, because I'm not going to call you out in ugliness or be combative, but I want you to think about what you say. Think about, how could this make somebody feel, and is it worth it? Because if we don't like somebody, if we have no interest in them, or if we don't mean them well, you can skip it. You don't have to stay or harbor on something that you don't like. And I mean this even in life, but particularly as it pertains to public figures or people you see online, you don't have to engage with what doesn't interest you, what doesn't bring you joy. And you don't have the right to take somebody else's joy. And I genuinely say this, and I mean this from my heart of hearts. If you're struggling and you need somebody to talk to, and maybe you're going through something and you're projecting your insecurities, your whatever, your frustrations out because you think that this person is an easy target, email me, cocokinsey9@gmail.com. I will answer, I promise, okay? Like, if you need somebody to talk to and you just don't know what to do with your emotions, let's talk about it so we can be better. Because I challenge you to be better, because you're not being your best self. You're so worried about this person and what they're not doing or how they're carrying themselves, whichever. And I guess, maybe, I don't know, at the end, what you're really a fan or is disguised as a joke. I don't know. But what I'm telling you in love is that it's harmful and it's just not right, or it has the potential to be harmful. Because I don't ever want to, make anybody a victim. But I do, in light of all the things that we've seen with people taking their lives, people going up out of here for less, for health or whatever. Like, I mean, there's so much, because tomorrow is not promised. But in that, you have the right to live your best life in this day. But you also don't have the right to try to take away somebody else's joy or break them. And if you do, or if that is how you are acting out, then something is wrong with you. And I genuinely, I say this not at all as a judgment or to attack you, but really genuinely reflect. If something is making you act like that, then something is wrong, and we need to reflect on what's going on internally with you that makes you that way. And we have all, been in places where we don't feel good or whatever, but this is what it's here for. At least I can't speak for everybody's page, but on my page, this is what we're here for, to call each other to accountability to be better. I'm not coming to ever attack anybody. I am coming out of love. It doesn't always mean that I have the happiest words sometimes that I'm thinking, because I'm human and I feel things. And even if it's not happening directly to me, I've lost too many people. I know too many people who have harmed themselves. I have struggled with my own mental health. And I think sometimes when we say mental health, we always think about mental illness. You can have trauma, things that you can deal with. You can have people provoke you to a point where, yes, ideally you do need to have self-control. But sometimes it is hard when somebody keeps poking and poking and poking at you. You can snap. And you can snap on the person. You can snap and feel isolated, and where you feel hopeless. So I just say, I challenge everybody to be better. And I'm going to give you a story. And thank God, it didn't end bad. But just when we talk about snapping, I've shared in one of my videos where I talked about my suicide journey, and that I shared that I had a revenge porn story. And it's a whole story in itself that I'm going to share one day. But somebody took nude photos of me and put them out on the internet. For several reasons, I still, have had to deal with this person. This is years ago. So in all fairness, if I get a message, I'm just saying this was years ago. But they put them out on the internet, and I still had to deal with this person. We had to sit down a little bit of time from that time. And of course, I understand that when somebody takes nude photos of you, that you do have a right to pursue legal action, and that I didn't. And I will share on another day for another story why I chose not to. And it was really hard. I say that not like it was some easy feat, but I chose not to. But as I'm sitting across from this person, talking about different things on just betterment and this and that, I listened to this person who did this to me, wished death on my child, my unborn child that later died, all these things. I listened to this person talk at me. And mind you, while it wasn't, it was kind of on my mind, but I was just like, wow, this person keeps poking me. And I just snapped. But again, unknowingly, I was, bitch this, bitch that, you did this, let me tell you. And so when I came to, the person was like, well, I done sat here and let you call me. She says, I done sat here and let you call me a bitch 10 times. And I said with a straight face, I said, I've not called you a bitch. I said, I haven't called you a bitch at all. What are you talking about? And I looked at my husband, who was sitting on my left, and I said, baby, did I call her a bitch? I don't. And he said, yeah, you can call her a bitch about 20 times. And I was like, oh, my bad. But I didn't know. And I mean, I know I say that like, and I know it could have been a lot worse, but it really could have been a lot worse. But I had no idea. But like, people can gaslight you so much. And to the point that even in sitting there, as I called this person a bitch, everything, and this is, it's not logical, guys, at all, but everything that this person had done to me, then it was turned around, we'll see, like, kind of like, we'll see, look at how she's acting, see? Because, and that's what happens a lot of times, and I see it online, especially with celebrities. People will poke, and they'll do their damage, they'll do their dirty work and do all these things. And when the person snaps off of a simple reaction, off of a reaction of many, they have let you do this. And finally, when they react and snap, you have forgotten the very root of the problem. And now we're looking at the person who didn't even cause the initial reaction. They're just reacting to what was done to them simply. But, we see so often people get caught up and forget about the truth of what was really, going on. And then, of course, when you're a celebrity, then you're held to a higher standard. On some level, I get it, but we're still human. You keep pushing and poking me, then I'm going to snap. Well, then what happens then? This person goes on with their life for whatever reason. So you're trying to push somebody to get a reaction. So what? So they can lose endorsements, so they can lose money, so they can lose their relationship. Why? What is making you feel this way? What is making you feel this broken? And I'm trying, I know I say this and I feel like, like I don't want to sound aggressive, but I really do feel like there's something going on. And like, I genuinely, wholeheartedly, if you need to, don't bombard me, everybody, but I'm just saying, if you need to talk about it, let's talk about it, because it's not okay. And even if you don't want to talk to me, let's talk with somebody else, because it's not normal to do these things. And if you see somebody with another celebrity or another person, have them reach out. We're going to find some help. We can all do this together. We can do it in the comments. We can do it however you want to, but we got to be able to call people to accountability. And if we can, try to do it in love. It is so easy. And I've learned, again, even in my reactionary thing with my unknown bitch response, I've grown since then so much, where I'm so, I just sit and reflect, and I'm so slow to talk sometimes now. And and also I don't go in places when I'm not truly ready. So if I'm not ready to respond, I'm not going to force the issue. Whereas before I would, like, I'm going to, because I am a positive person. It's going to be okay. And I'm just, I'm not really ready, but I'm going to make myself be. No, I sit if I'm not ready, and I shut up. Okay. I sit, shut up. When I'm ready, I've reflected, then I go and I have the conversation. Okay. But we got to see, y'all, like, what is it that is pushing people, to this, because it's getting out of hand. It's cruel. When you're talking about messing up people's lives for whatever reason, it's something going on internally that needs to be addressed. So I definitely, I send this all in love, guys. You guys let me know what you think, because when I saw Zeta was stepping back, it is a bittersweet thing, because of course we want to be in all these moments, and especially when you're coming from reality TV. I've said it before, like, we feel, so connected, and sometimes in our excitement, misjudgment, we feel like we're owed something, a piece of their lives, and they don't owe us nothing else. They don't, they did their thing on Love Island. They did it. We loved it. And every other little nugget after that is a gift. It's a gift. And of course, we want to celebrate. We want to grow with them. But in order to do those things, we have to create safe spaces. And that's with anything. Like, even with our children, with our friends. If you don't create safe spaces where people feel like they can share in a safe way, then, like a turtle, you're going to pull back into your shell as a defense. You have to protect self at all costs. That's all you have. I do not feel that Zeta has been given such a safe space. Don't get me wrong, she got a lot of riders, she got a lot of people ready to react, but like so many public figures, people are just ready to bring them down for whatever reason. And let me tell you the saddest thing, and I'm end it though, because it's gonna go into a whole nother video for another day, because we could do 2-parters, 3-parters on this. But the most disappointing part for me is listening to Zeta talk about being someone who didn't feel like she could win in her country, her home country. So she came, not came, but she wanted to do Love Island USA because she felt like she couldn't see a black woman win, and particularly a darker tone woman. And so much of the hate and so much of the attacks that I see are coming from women that look like her. She didn't think so we go from racism to colorism to just to downright ugliness. It's like you can't escape it. This woman didn't go to her home country to be on the show because she didn't feel like she had a chance. She felt like she could be embraced, where a place where we celebrate, or we say we celebrate. And I just say reflect, see if it's you, check yourself. It is okay. We don't all have to agree. I'm not saying we all have to agree on everything or say that this person like that, whatever. But check yourself. Check and see if you are part of the problem. I hope you guys, we're going to talk about it in the comments, but I challenge you to be better. I challenge you to step up. I challenge you to reflect and just let's talk about it. Like, let's talk about what we got going on, okay? But we remember what I say, we blessed, not stressed, coming into this new year. I'm going to talk to you guys real soon. I am getting back, finally, I'm so excited, to my Cocoa Wednesdays. So make sure that Wednesday you are ready for the first year's episode of Cocoa Wednesdays. And I'm going to take a stab at it. I'm going to see if my mental can deal with some of these mentals out here. And I don't know. We'll see where we go. But I look forward to talking with you guys real soon. Peace, love, many blessings. Don't come attacking nobody, okay, up in here. But we're going to talk about it. And I will meet you guys in the comments. Talk to you real soon.